Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. I'm back from Old Trafford, and yeah, man, let's just say we forget that game ever happened, and we're glad we're through because that was absolutely torture to watch. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Please hit the like button on the video if you can. It is midnight here, so hit the like button on the video if you can. We got Brian, we got Wasim, we got Coop Baller. How are you guys, man? We're through. Yeah, that sums it up. That sums it up. That sums it up. Nobody's actually. Nah, that's crazy. No one's actually happy we're through, you know. Like, bro, it's actually mad, guys. Bro, we're through, guys. We're through.
I mean, I'm happy because the bantering would have been horrific if Rude had knocked Amorim out. They would have been really bad.
Yeah.
So scamming this win is just to calm down the bantering, but we can talk about the performance because it was horrific.
Yeah, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it, man. Wasim's back as well, man. Good to see Wasim back as well. And big up to Coop Baller as well, man. You know, I mean, he said he only watched the second half, but probably better you only watch second half. You know what I mean? Because that first half was absolutely horrendous. But guys, man, I feel like for me, that was like Ten Hag, McTominay kind of. You know when last year when you felt like McTominay won you the game and you're like, I ain't happy with that. That's shit. I've got to have the same energy with Ruben Amorim. And this doesn't mean that I'm saying Ruben Amorim out or, you know, as 7-inch Destroyer says here, Amorim out for being embarrassing poor Rude, man. I hear people, they're frustrated and people might say Amorim out. We have to talk about it in depth here. But you have to call it out, you know, guys. Generally. Like, it doesn't matter if the manager's been here, 3-4 months. It's not a pass. That today was absolutely garbage, bro. And the reason why we won that game is because they got tired in the end. Their strikers had the age of 70 up front. In what's his name? Reed and Mima. What's the other brother called?
Ayu.
Ayu. Bro, they're both in their mid-30s, bro. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Like, it's bad, man. Like obviously, I know you're a big Amorim fan, you know what I mean? Elite pundit Brian, but bro, we have to call it out, bro, man.
Yeah.
That is not good enough, bro. Not good enough.
I have no problem with anybody criticizing Amorim or calling him out today because that first half performance was horrible. Like I was in the middle of, you know, driving to go see a friend of mine. It's a 2-hour drive, and I was able to tune into the game as I stopped, you know, to go grab food and, you know, grab fuel.
Yeah.
And as I was hearing the game, basically, if you just listen to it, all you would hear is Maguire to Euro to Dogu, then we'll pass to Ahmad, we'll lose the ball. Maguire, Euro, Dogu, pass to someone forward line, will lose the ball. That was constantly kept on happening. I was listening to it and I thought I was going crazy. I thought the stream was on a loop because it just kept on happening and happening and happening. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are we not passing it into midfield? Why is none of our midfielders receiving the ball? Like, we're just not playing football. We're playing like as if we're scared. And I was like, I sent it in a group chat. I said the same thing. I sent out a voice message. I was like, we're playing like as if we're scared. And I don't understand why that is happening. We shouldn't be playing like this at this stage of Amorim's tenure because we know the system we're trying to play. I'm not saying we have perfected it or we're anything close, but people should know what they're supposed to do, or we're playing very cowardly. Amorim today, some of the things he did, I agree with. Like, why did it? You need to ask yourself a question. Why did certain things work? Why did Ahmad walk in the 10? Ahmad walked in the 10. Sorry, Mane walked in the 10 because he was playing close to Ahmad. They both had a good relationship in the last Europa League match we played. So playing Mane away from him and playing him next to Dalo, who is, God, he's such a terrible player. Like, don't even get started. He's horrific. I'm sorry, guys, but you need to call your bro out because he's playing like a headless chicken. He's playing like a headless chicken. He's terrible. Defensively, offensively, he's doing nothing in the team. So on the other side, I think Dogu tried. Like he's a young kid. I'm not expecting the world from him, but I thought he was competent with the most things we wanted him to do. You could tell he
Yep.
wasn't. You could tell he wasn't playing out of his skin. Obviously, he's coming into the team, but I think would have made it easier. He was playing on his natural side, and he had an easy job of just overlapping. Stop with this stuff of inverted wing backs. We don't need to see that. There's no point of it. This team is not good enough. Just listen, if you want to play people inverted, you need to be good enough to carry something to do that. You have to be good enough in possession. You have to have very high technical level players. You need to simplify the game for this man. Meaning, that's what we did in the second half, and I'll get to that. But in the first half, because it was so bad, we can't keep inverting. We had no width. Nobody was direct with the ball. They were just doing things. I'm like, my God. That was really bad. Like that half really scared me. Like I was really scared from that first half. Because as someone that really likes Amorim, someone that's watched tactical things in football, you can't get away from that first half performance. Second half is very basic. You cannot have 2 10s, right? Typically, you can't have 2 players who play narrow, which is Man is playing narrow. You can then have Dalo who's coming playing narrow on the left-hand side. We have no. On the right-hand side, Dogu wants to play wide. Ahmad wants to play wide. So it's like, what are we doing there? There's no one to pass inside of the middle. So it's like both sides of the pitch were doing the same things, but there was no balance. So for me, it's like a case of, listen, Amorim, you get chances to make mistakes. Fine. But you can't keep doing things that don't make logical sense on a football pitch. I don't think we have the quality. But you can't do stupid shit.
Yeah, you gotta don't make stupid shit. Yeah, you're right. That's
stupid shit. Yeah. Like you're doing things that I would not do on Football Manager. Like you don't put 2 narrow guys on the same side and put 2 wide guys on the same side. Dogo and Ahmad wanted to do the same thing. They were getting in each other's way. Same thing with Menu and Dalo on the other side. So I was so pissed off, man. That first half pissed me right off. I was like, what the hell are you doing? He needs to get it fixed. And for me to feel better about backing this guy, he needs to go and put on a performance against Tottenham, who are going to be on it because they just got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. So he needs to put up. I need to see a performance. I can't see crackhead decisions like that again because that, for me, that first half was very scary.
Yeah. Like, Wasim, obviously, you're a tactical guy here, but like, what was his idea of Dogu playing the right? Like, was there anything that you could see a reason for playing Dogu on the right? Because is it the Quenda situation? Is it that? Because I don't get it. Like, I thought he was decent. He does a couple of nervous touches, but I thought Dogu was bright. I thought he got stuck in a few times and whatnot. He tried to be an outlet when he could. But like he says here, wide scout. And that for me is a bit worrying, man, because Don here on the midday live, we talk about wide scout. And I don't want to, you want to see players how they are. You do scouting, but why scout is a bit mad still, man. But he said it. It is what it is. It's someone that you see on YouTube probably saying that. But we'll see. What was his idea by playing Dogu at right wing back? Like, what was he thinking?
Yeah, I think regarding his thinking with that is normally with the right wing back. If they're left-footed, you can play those first time passes into the channels for the likes of Ahmad to run on. So, for example, if Dogu receives it, he can already play with the first time pass with his left foot over the top into those channels. We sometimes see it Bruno try and play it into the low on that side when they play into midfield, but it doesn't really work. To be honest, the more time Amrim has had with these players, I've heard that since the season or since he's arrived, his period on the training field has increased, right? So at the beginning, it was rush, like games. Then slowly, it's got a bit more time. But we've gone worse.
I know.
Our performances have gone worse. I'm not listening to anyone else. Our performances have gone worse. What really annoys me is similar to Ali Pundit, what he mentioned earlier on, is why did Dogu not start on the left-hand side over Delo? I don't know what Delo is doing for him to merit matches. Maybe Delo is a very good trainer. I could potentially see that.
Yeah.
And obviously the Portuguese, they may be conscious or subconscious bias. However, Delo's performances, they are halting our attacks significantly. We could have played Dogu on the left, and we could have played Ahmad on the right, and then we could have freed up a number 10 spot. for an Eriksen, for a Garnacho. Instead, we're using Ahmad as a forward, which is negating from our wing back position. Delo shouldn't be starting. It's that simple. But what's frustrating is, especially with this team, I don't know if you lot see, is the build-up play. The build-up play is so lethargic, so slow. I can't believe it, because they're moving the ball across the back three. So it's going from the back three 1-1-1. You don't need to pass it to the middle person. Skip the middle person and pass it to the right centre back so he can drive into space. Or skip, if you're Euro, the left centre back, skip both of your centre backs and switch it to the right wing back.
Yeah.
But we're just dilly-dallying. They're just in their shape. It's not even stretching them. The reason we've got wing backs is normally the out ball, and it's normally the extra man that we have. But we don't use it in our build-up play.
Yeah.
It's so slow. Honestly, I'm like screaming, like shouting at the TV when I'm watching it. Also, the outside centre backs. Normally, the opposition, if they don't advance their wingers onto our outside centre backs, they're occupied with the wing backs. So it's 3 centre backs against 1 striker. So the outside centre backs have to run into those channels. The channels are free. You're free with the ball. Run, move with the ball, move forward with the ball. 2 options.
Yeah.
There's no reason for the wing backs to be in our half when we're
Never.
There's no reason whatsoever. All it does is invite pressure onto our team. We have
It's
3
free.
centre backs. The 3 centre backs can be wide. Push the wing backs up. Push them up so that they can pin their wingers back, so we can have.
And then we can move.
Like it's ridiculous. I'm seeing it happen like 6-7 times in a half. Why?
Yeah, but Brian, it's because the wingbacks don't understand how to play wingbacks. I mean, I've seen players that tried it. I remember one time England did it against Hungary, and they put Trent Arnold as a right wingback, and he was doing exactly what you're saying, which is in your half like a right back, waiting for the ball. Wingbacks should not be in your half. Like, there's no way that even makes sense. Even like positionally, in a positional sense, it makes 0 sense. And that's why, like he said, it's so easy to play against Man United, because the build-up play is horrific, bro.
We're building up with like 7 men in our half.
That's what I'm saying. And I can literally read what's going to happen. Pass from Maguire, you pass it across to Euro, back to Maguire, to Euro, to Dallo. Dallo comes in, he plays the first time ball in behind to Garnacho. We lose the ball, recycling. It's so simple. You know what I'm saying? We're just playing blind passes into spaces. That's basically what they're doing. It doesn't make sense.
Bro, you know what? Yeah, exactly. It don't make sense as well. And also, Mazraoui today on the ball was horrendous, man. The first half, like, he just scared. Everyone's scared to play the ball forward, man. And again, I look at it because it's so defensive. Like, there's no really outlet up front. You know, there's no really. We'll get to Hoyland in a second, but there's no, like, the 10s. Why are they so deep as well? Why is 10 so deep? Why is Kobe Mainoo playing like a 6?
They can't get the ball. That's the problem.
Can't get the ball. You're right.
So they're dropping in deeper and deeper into our half to get the ball. And by the time we get the ball going, our striker is isolated. Everybody's isolated. We're so spread apart. It's like, guys, this is not rocket science. You saw in the second half, we were able to get Garnacho constantly free. Do you think that's magic? It's not magic. It's just getting players in the right position. That's it. Yeah. It's not magic that was constantly happening. Once you can pin players down, one player can't map 2 players. It's impossible. Once you can pin players down, you can pin their fullback. The 10s should be pinning their fullbacks. We should be pinning their wingers.
Facts.
Our central midfielders should push up. It's going to make them the winger come inside, because he can't map 2 players. It's simple.
But at the same time, they were doing what Wasim was saying in the second half. Maguire was playing diagonals to Garnacho and diagonals to Dallo, and that's what was changing the speed of the game, because they were skipping the midfield. One thing United, it's not even just I don't even think it's an Amorim thing. United for
that wasn't really Amorim.
Again, do you know what happens in the second half, guys? Let me tell you what happened. They dropped off. They stopped pressing. They ran out of energy. So we're playing football at a very slow pace. Yeah, this should be a lot quicker. Those diagonals should be happening a lot quicker. We should be passing out of the back a lot quicker. We're playing slow, thinking we have all game to win. It's like we're waiting to get beat, and then we go 1-0 down. I'm like, all of us we can play.
And another thing is because I don't know if it's people just see it as that. But when you have 3 players that are centre backs, yeah, at least 2
Is it me or is he bugging? Is network bugging?
Yeah, network's bugging.
outside players need to be comfortable taking the ball forward. Can you like hear me?
Yeah, it's bugging a little bit. Now you're back. You're back. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I was saying that. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I was saying that when you have centre backs here, especially the outside, the right centre back and the left, you have to be able to carry the ball forward. What our centre backs don't do, they just stop where they are and they have to pass it from where they are. If you have to be a bit more dynamic, you have to be able to sometimes carry the ball in midfield and bring a numerical advantage in the midfield area to free up either Bruno or Ugarte, because Bruno or Ugarte are going to be marked at all times. Now, unless they can spin their man on the half turn every single time they receive the ball, all they're going to be doing is playing the ball back or playing blind passes in behind to the striker. It's not going to work. So one of the centre backs sometimes have to carry or run with the ball. Like I went to the Milan derby, and if you see how obviously we're not the same team as Inter Milan, but if you see how many times, bro, I'm seeing Bastoni literally next to the striker or taking the ball forward, or when the ball's on the other side, just to add a numerical advantage in different areas of the pitch. You see what I'm saying? But United are too rigid. It's literally rigid. It's a rigid, so it ends up as a back 5 in a build-up. How are you going to build up from a back 5? You explain that to me. That means you need like Iniesta and Xavi and
the lack of Lisandro as well is scary.
That they're constantly shifting responsibility. Again, Onana gets the ball, you pass it to Maguire. Maguire passes it to Euro. That passing was. I saw that sequence happen. Why are you guys doing that? It's not like as if you're like just move. Maguire, carry the ball forward. Get out of your box. How can you pass that slow in your box? Any other team, if we try that against Spurs, we'll lose 3-0. I'm telling you right now.
I think
they'll press the life out of us. It's crazy.
Can I come in here and just say, I think if that's what you want, or if majority of the fans want, then start shopping for a new manager. I'm seeing him purposely tell players to slow the ball down. I have the best view. I can hear him. I can hear him. If you man see my clips, I can hear him. He's telling Kobe, he's telling Ahmad to slow it down.
Yeah, but we're talking about the build-up play fast.
Yeah. Even Maguire. When Maguire, remember there was a pass when Maggie made it to Ahmad and it went for a throw.
Yeah, it went astray.
Slow it down.
Fast.
When he should have been putting the ball forward to Ahmad ahead of him.
Yeah,
he's misplaced the pass, he's overcooked it, and he's telling him slow it down. I saw Ugarte today dropping in to try and pick up the ball. He's telling, yo, calm down, move.
Yeah.
He wants the players to play slow. And I'm gonna also, and the reason why I emphasize on this, he said it in a presser. He said specifically, oh, in games where we hold the ball for 2 seconds longer, they make the difference. Slowing the game down makes the difference. Controlling the game makes the difference. We panic. We overdo the ball. He said this, by the way.
Yeah, but slowing it down in our defensive third is not. It's in good territory.
I agree. I agree.
But not in our defensive third.
I agree. I'm in agreement with you guys, but what I'm saying is this is what he wants to do, and this is what he's going to continue to do. I think this is what he's.
Don't you think he's doing that because he's trying to get them to stop being more fearful? So he's trying to get them to kind of be more comfortable in possession because he sees that hot potato. He's trying to slow it down. He said that about Bruno.
I remember today Dallo had a scenario, where he's tried to dribble a little bit and go past the player, and he's after the ball's gone out and Dallo's lost the ball and he's got like a couple seconds, he's going ballistic at Dallo for trying to go forward. He's going ballistic, shouting on the other side.
You know what he's doing?
Calm down. I wish you could see these little moments in the game, because it really opens up your.
He's doing what LVG did.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it. He's telling Maguire to pass sideways. He's telling Maguire to pass. Again, you lot are not seeing this on the TV. He's telling Maggie to pass sideways. He's telling Dorgu to give it back to the keeper.
Especially, the thing is, right, it creates anxiety, though. I don't know why the manager would do that, though, because these lot can't play out from the back. Only player that can play out from the back is Lisandro. That is the only one for me in that, and we've lost that now. And the fact that our build-up play is going to suffer badly.
Well, Saeed,
this is crazy.
If that's the case,
it's Leicester, guys. Leicester.
If that's the case, then he should be doing what Luis Enrique is doing and signing João Neves, signing Vitinha, signing those profile of players because they're going to be more comfortable doing that. Yeah, because which kind of play you expect? Bruno,
they've signed a new 5-year deal, by the way. Yeah. No, I don't know, man.
I get what he's trying to do tactically. He's basically treating the players like as if they don't know how to play football.
Like a dummy guide.
It looks like that on the pitch.
Dummy guide.
They don't know how to. It's actually no, dude. I was so pissed off, man, because I'm like, why are they playing like as if they're in the 3rd grade?
Yeah, they've got too much information. It's like, too much information overload. We're not simplifying the game. Like I said to you, get the fullbacks, push them high up the pitch, bro. Like, you know what? We leave spaces behind. Cool, and what? But then when they come out and defend, attack us, we'll have people on the halfway line ready to go and attack. Like, that's what, listen, Klopp, when he came through the door, and again, it's a different type of system, but bro, you've got to make sure at least we are attacking. Like, we could go band for band. We could go for machine. Why not?
Especially Leicester at home, Saeed. Come on, we had this conversation
at home, Leicester, man.
About 2 weeks ago or something, when I was on with Staffy and so on, and they were like, they were just mentioning, they were questioning the approach, or they were giving excuses for the approach. But it's not okay. You're at Old Trafford. It's Friday night. It's FA Cup. Increase the intensity. Switch to play. Stretch your opposition. Attack. Go forward. And the fans will increase in volume. The chances will inevitably increase, and then just the atmosphere and so forth. It just creates a better environment. But also with the outside centre backs, if their player, so for example, the wing back is supposed to pin their winger, and then our number 10s are supposed to pin their fullbacks. So that means the outside centre backs has got space to move into, because that's what pinning is. So the outside centre backs, if they choose to run forward, sometimes the opposition might leave him. They might leave him because they don't know whether to leave their man or go to the outside centre back. So then he's got more space to go forward. And if the player does come forward, then that leaves our wing back free. It leaves our number 10 free. So that's why you have to draw the opposition in a bit. It can't just be Saeed to like the top 3 of us, Saeed to me back to you. Nothing's gonna happen. These 2 strikers, Faz and the lad over here, they're just gonna be watching us passing it around the back.
So you say he wants to bait the press, right? But if you're going to do that, if you're going to bait the press like that, we can't pass the ball the way we're passing, like a square. We can't do that. That means the ball from Onana to Maguire needs to hold the ball a little bit more. Right? And draw in the press. Because all they do is wait for the ball to get to the wing back. And it's usually maybe Ahmad or Dogu today on the right wing back. And they just press him. And they've closed him down because they'll just shift all their man and they'll close down that flank. So you need to get them to press centrally so that we can have space. Why? I can understand if he's trying to slow the game down that way. But this pass, three passes that we're doing, and I just saw it, they were just moving all their man. You just see all of them just go and they just close it down.
It's so slow, man.
It's so slow.
It's
the phone, and then you still look, they still got it.
Apart from it being slow, it's predictable. That's why every team in the Premier League, when it's the Cups, United find a way. But when it comes to Premier League, look at what teams do at Old Trafford, man. Like it's so like they're going to Old Trafford knowing exactly what to do. We know how they're gonna build up. We know the tempo. Just sit in there, wait for a chance. You get a chance, you score the chance, sit back, wait again for another counter attack, score the chance. That's it. Go home, 3 points. It's that simple because, like you guys have all explained, they know what they're gonna do, and the tempo's too slow. And most of the other teams that are not even good, like Leicester City, look better in the first phase of build-up play than us.
Because our press is ineffective.
Guys, you know they don't have a great team, guys. Yeah, they have Wout Fares, bro. That centre back is trash. Yeah, they're brothers. They barely like Broski. They have Reed, who's like 34. Fair play.
And the
you know.
Belgian, what's his name? The Belgian centre back.
Yeah,
That's
he's rubbish. Yeah,
He makes mistakes every single game, bro.
every single game,
Yeah,
bro. We just let him. We just let him like off, bro. They're awful. Like guys, they are awful. Leicester, bro. They got beat by 3-0 by Everton, bro. They conceded the first 10 seconds. They are awful. They've not spent money. They are awful. But that just shows you the way they were moving about. Man like El Canus here took the piss out of us today, bro. You see that player there? El Canus, bro. Listen, ever since he came to that game against the Carabao Cup, I was like, who is this El Canus? Remember we played him in the Carabao Cup, the first round? I was like, rah, this guy's a baller, you know. He took the piss out of us, doing little flicks and tricks.
So did you see at the game? I think it was second half. I think Harry Winks came on. I'm not sure, but their centre mid were just doing triangles, triangles. They must have seen the game. Samari and Harry Winks.
The midfield doesn't work. Bruno and Ugarte is honestly, bro. I don't want to see that ever again. But the thing is, he's going to do it though. The manager's going to keep persisting with this Bruno and Ugarte.
And let's talk about Kobe then. What do you think about Kobe today in the 10? Because
he died out there. He died out there. But again, you played against flipping Dalot's side, and then when he went on Mainu's side, you know, there was a little bit something, but then he didn't really materialize as well. Brother, he got subbed off, bro. Rightly so. He wasn't great today. He wasn't great. The crowd weren't happy, bro. The crowd today, Kobe, they were pissed off with him. You know, they were. But then again, bro, he just wasn't close enough to where he needs to be. He wasn't. He was literally playing centre midfielder, and that's not good, man.
I like Amorim. I do like Amorim, but you can't. Go ahead first.
The positioning of the Leicester players threw us off as well. If you notice, they packed out.
Did it though?
They packed out centrally to the point where anytime Onana kicked the ball out, anytime it was second ball or the ball is, you know, just astray, someone trying to win it, they're just there. They've got 2-3 players there straight away. And you see Ugarte dropping in deep to pick up the ball. Then there's a gap in there between Ugarte and Bruno. Now Kobe drops in to cover that position to be the extra man, and then it all ends up everybody coming back. You see Ahmad as well, so deep, like almost in with the centre backs at some point.
Yeah, centre backs, bro.
And he's crazy saying, "Yo, like move, get away from here, get away from here." It's that hesitation. It's the hesitation from the players. I still think that Ruben's trying to get a lot of messages across to the players and a lot of confidence across to the players that's not coming across properly. Because he said in the press conference, he said, you know, that today was not a good day. He's very vocal about the team mentality and the team's ability not matching his aspirations and what he wants to do. He's not doing what Erik Ten Hag is doing, by the way. Erik was coming out and blindly lying about games and blindly throwing sand in our eyes. He's not doing that. Yeah. So as much as we're upset with what we're seeing, he's still taking accountability, saying there are positions, there are situations in the game, we must be different. Sometimes we overcook, sometimes we undercook. And this is the fine balance that we're trying to find here. You saw stray passes like Maguire to Ahmad, you know, random passes going to throwing, crosses not being made properly. Do you know what I'm saying? Chances not being taken properly, passes, hesitation. Bruno in the second half, I think Dalot gave the ball to Bruno. Instead of shooting, he tried to do a cute pass to Ahmad and he went for a goal kick. A random pass, a weird random pass. No need to overcook that pass. Again,
yeah.
But what you know is top teams, what they will do in that position, a top player, they will find the killer pass to the striker, or they will find a threaded pass into the box, or they will soak up pressure, move the ball on. That's what top players do. But what we do is people just start treating the ball like hot potato every other time. Or
bro,
when Onana kicks it, Onana kicks it and nobody gets the ball. No striker. Our 10s are not big, tall players. You know what I'm saying? So they're not able to win the ball. So in air, we never win the ball. So it's a mixture of all of these things. People are so frustrated, and I was speaking to loads of fans in the stadium, is because everybody wanted a new manager bounce and you didn't get it. That's basically it. You all wanted a new manager bounce and you're not getting it. He's sticking to his system and he's almost like beating it out of these players, and they're not learning and they're not responding. The only way we do this is by having the players that can and then parting ways with the players that can't. To this day, there are people in Old Trafford that don't want to sell Bruno Fernandes. I'm getting tagged saying, can Garnacho still stay? He can develop after today. I'm being tagged today. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're not going to move forward like this.
Well, Faz,
We're not.
Saeed, I'm out of everybody that with Amorim coming in. I said it. This was going to get bad. I did say it was going to be. I said we should go out of every competition because he needs time on the training pitch. But today he does take blame because the build-up. Listen, someone has to take blame because that build-up was idiotic. It was really idiotic. You don't pass like that. You don't play square passes as you're building. Nobody. You pass at an angle. We're playing square passes,
bro.
I think we're not going to get pressed. Like we can play a team in the second tier of English football, and they will press the life out of us if we pass like that. Nobody passes like that. Watch any team building up. Nobody's playing square passes. You're wasting time. You're wasting time.
Apparently, we had a second training session after the game. I don't know if you see the tweet. United had a second training session. I don't know who it's for, but bloody hell, mate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's just he's trying to do it out of necessity. I don't know what's going on. GD says it's unforgivable. He keeps starting Højlund. Nobody with eyes believes he should start. Bro, I'm done with Højlund, man. I think he's one of the worst strikers I've ever seen step foot Old Trafford. Yeah, I'm done with him, bro.
His balance is absolutely atrocious.
Bro, it's zero balance. Brother.
See, Højlund, he's what, 6'2", 6'3"? He must skip leg day. Like he must skip leg day. Like that's what it is. He must be doing only upper body strength work or something because his balance is off.
But the weird thing is like he's a big guy, bro. He's got big frame, upper body, lower body, so it's weird. It doesn't make sense.
But it's about the mind, bro. It's about the mind, bro.
Confusing. Saeed, when you want balance, it's not from here. This is not what gives you balance. It's your legs. Especially on a football pitch. He's not training his legs. Watch players that have supreme balance. They are usually much shorter and stockier. But he's like heavily built like this. So all you need to do is nudge him and he's gonna fall.
Yeah, but I don't know with Højlund though. I feel like with Højlund, I don't think he's gonna understand that side of the game. I feel like with Højlund, you can only have him facing the goal. You can't have Højlund trying to do that. I think he's absolutely poor at that. Like even 2-3 yard passes, he can't. Like you play the ball to him, he loses the ball. As soon as the ball comes to him, the ball's gone. Like a team can't even build up an attack on base of Højlund keeping the ball. Like United can't build up. Like they have to miss him and go straight to the wingers. So for me, it's like with Højlund, the only way you can get him at least looking half decent, like Lukaku, he has to face the goal. It can't be anything because now we've told him, okay, you're playing in the Premier. Because when he first came, he wasn't doing this, He was just running it behind. And we were like, oh, the guy's got speed. As soon as we got him trying to wrestle people, he has no understanding of how to even hold people off. You don't need to hold three players off or 2 players when the game is in speed. Control the ball, pass it, and move. He's trying to lean into players, falling down. And you can see defenders in the Premier League, they're too smart. Because all they see is Højlund he's trying to hold them. So they move out the way. You see him, he falls down. Because he's thinking, I'm going to hold the guy. They just move out the way, falls down, they get the ball, or they nick the ball in front of him, or he loses the ball. It's not going to work. United need a striker that, if they want to play that way, you can't play like that with Højlund.
But do you know what it is, though? Enquiries, for example, is not a striker that constantly plays back to goal. Which is why I'm confused in why Højlund is constantly playing back to goal.
I get you.
So I'm confused because it's like you see Enquiries when he plays, he's constantly on the. Even when we watch Sporting, you see him all the way to the left, all the way to the right. Even when we watched him against Arsenal, he was playing against Gabriel and Saliba. When he had a tough time against both of them, just when you see him going, his positioning, he does a little link up on the left hand side, does a little link up on the right hand side. So it's like, why is Højlund just constantly in the center being boxed up by center backs? It's like, do you have a fetish, bro? Do you like being beat up by people? Like, was this your fetish? Like, what are you doing?
Bro, he had 23 touches,
It's just it's simple basics. That's why it's pissing me off. It's like
basics. 23 touches.
with Hoyland's a bit poor though as well, because even his passes, like he played one pass to Garnacho. Garnacho was free to his feet. He tried to play the ball in behind, but Garnacho didn't even make the run. And Garnacho looking at him like, "What are you doing? Like, pass the ball to my feet. I'm running one-on-one." It's even his in-game understanding. There was a few times where Garnacho got to the byline, and Hoyland's behind the defender. Like, how is he going to cross the ball? Like, the movement's like, you're saying there's no service. Wow, how is a winger going to find you? You've made no movement across your man. You've made no shadow runs. Nothing. He's just standing, expecting the ball to go over the defender straight to. I don't understand this.
This is
If
where.
you notice as well, sorry, if you notice as well, the goal that Leicester scored, they squared the ball, and there's no Man United player there. Leicester players there to take the shot at Onana, right? How many times did Garnacho make the same pass in Leicester's box? Bare Leicester players there, not many Man United players there.
That exactly happened.
And why? And why is and this is where I'm gonna be onto Ruben and say, pick this up, because this is not even science and high level football. This is basic. Byline, everybody get in the box, and everybody should know what area they should cover. Like if you're a striker, maybe you might go front post, someone goes back post, someone goes in the penalty area, someone goes edge of the box, and then you might have centre backs you push up a bit more to be just further up in case.
The comeback Faz done it doesn't have to even be amazing.
No, that's it. That's it. Because deflecting, whatever, you just have random players in the box. And that's how Leicester scored, because the ball got cut back. Guy took the shot, rightly so, but they had a player in front of the goalkeeper in the right place, right time, and the right situation where the ball ended up in the back of the net. But
that's where Bruno should be.
His funniest thing is, other teams end up being in the right place, right time more often. It's not that they're playing amazing football. They're not playing amazing football when they play against Man United. It's just they're in the right place, right time more often. But
it's simple passes, though.
Faz, I want to ask you a question. Is it more an Amorim, or is it a player intelligence thing? Because cutbacks like that, you should see.
Bro,
Bruno, where are you? Bruno, where are you? Like, that's for you. That's your bread and butter.
For example, the Wolves game, you saw one pass when was it Xerxes who lost the ball, wasn't it? And then one pass, Euro and the entire back line cut out, right? And everybody's chasing the ball back. Everybody's chasing the ball, but we're chasing the ball like 10 seconds. We're lagging 10 seconds behind.
Yeah,
this is where it's intelligence. When you lose the ball, this is why Casemiro's so needed on the pitch, desperately, because he has the intelligence to know when to cut out a pass or where to be before danger happens. He's not the best player in the world right now. He's not the best midfielder in the world right now, whatever, but his intelligence is way above our midfielders that we have now. He's just in the right position at the right time, not because of his physicality, his energy, and He just knows, I see this pass happening, so I'm just gonna be a little bit ahead and put myself in case. We don't do that. How many times today you seen Ugarte, bro, just sheer dogging it out, trying to win the ball, because he's just everywhere trying to win the ball.
Oh, you didn't go send off, bro. You need to relax, man.
Everywhere.
You know what I mean?
As you're right, though,
Martinez.
that's the reason why we don't score many goals. I watch United every game. I said it in the last stream. If you watch other teams, you can even watch Liverpool, Newcastle, whatever. As soon as the ball goes wide, you see at least 3 or 4 players back the striker, and behind him they're in the box to make it runs in the box. With United, as much as we like to blame Hoyland, Xerxes, whatever, it's normally just one player in the box. Like Garnacho did that at least 6-7 times in the second half,
bro.
And there was no one. Like Hoyland's made the near post run. Nobody else is in the box. No wonder we got minus goal difference. It's not. It's like you said, it's luck, but you make your own luck by having more players in the box. You have more chances.
It's been happening since time, though. It's been happening since it happened under Ten Hag. We only have one guy in the box. Only to score goals. What was our goal difference last season? It's been happening for a long time.
And today, saying that if Xerxes wasn't in the box as well, we wouldn't have scored. Like Xerxes, it's because Hoyland was there, and Xerxes was there for the rebound.
As well,
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I want. That's what I want more to happen.
That's where his point comes in. You make your own look.
You do.
Yeah,
Good to see.
That's where I want. That's where I want more players to have that intelligence, like when I need to go and when I not need to go, and not everything you're gonna get baby fed as well on the pitch. You just need to have that intelligence on you know what I mean. And this is where the inexperienced and the experienced players in the pitch have to balance out. If you think really and truly, our front line is as great as Ahmad is, our front line is abysmal because lack of experience. There's no experience in that front line. Zero experience. But Ahmad, who's been on a couple
He's
of
got listen, you know what it is, Fazio? You've got to start with Xerxes. At least, he'll give you the fundamentals of, you know what, like, I'm gonna hold up the ball. I've got good technical ability. I've got the principles of at least to keep the ball if we need to. When you get the ball to me, I can play it off people. With Hoyland, you're playing with 10 men. How does the manager not see that?
But
You are literally
Saeed, this is
having
why
a guy
Saeed-
who how many let me check how many touches
Xerxes
had when he came on.
let's get two of them doing what they're both best at.
Xerxes had
Hoyland-
26.
Hoyland wants to run channels, and Xerxes wants to come deep. I don't see why we can't use both of them. I really can't.
But even Brian, even saying that with Xerxes' impact, his impact is always better when you play to his strengths. Today,
That's
at
what
least
I'm saying.
they're giving, like you said, they're giving the ball to his feet. So you're seeing like little neat touches, unbelievable plucking the ball from the air, nutmegs. You're thinking, oh, like who's this? No, it's not who's this. You're playing to his strengths. So Xerxes, when you play to his strengths, he tends to play a lot better, and he tends to make a lot. He tends to help the team more when he comes on as well. Because when you've seen Xerxes start as a 9, it seems like United don't know how to play with that false 9 kind of. But when you see him drop in or allowed to drop in a lot deeper as a 10, you see a lot better link-up play from Xerxes. But again, I don't know if it's the in-game intelligence. Players don't know how to play with each other. Like, they don't know how to play to each other's strengths. And even with Amorim's tactics alone, because as much as we can say, oh, this is his style, one idea, the players do their own thing. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure Amorim doesn't want his 10 being on the left wing as much as Garnacho is every time he plays or every time
That
he
was
comes
by
out.
default, though. That was by default. That's
what I'm saying. So Garnacho's just doing it, and then that's what's
doing it. He's just doing it.
But
he's just doing it.
Amorim prefers because when you're playing with wing backs, you don't want to have the 10 playing as the winger.
That was all tactics out the window. That was almost like all tactics out the window. Exactly. We're just going to get the ball long.
And you've seen it.
Yeah.
You know how you know you've seen it as well? Because Ahmad, like he was saying, Ahmad was also trying to go wide from a 10 because normally he knows what's been happening in the last month. When he plays as a 10, it's too condensed and he has no space to dribble. But as a right wing back, he has more space or running towards his man. So he prefers playing even as a right wing back because he gets more space to dribble. When Ahmad plays as a 10, look at his game involvement. It's pretty much it's less than what he plays as a right wing back. So now you see Ahmad trying to do the same thing. He will go out wide. And now that kind of annihilates the space of Dogu or whoever's playing as a right wing back. It's not really working with the tactics. And when you try and play inside, there's no one to pass the ball to. So we have to recycle the ball all the way around. Again, it's tactically it's not really working.
There's no again, I keep telling people the formation is not a problem. But what Amorim needs to do at this point, because at this point he's just beating a dead horse, gets the best in terms of what players like to do. So we know Xerxes wants to come short, constantly come short, and this team needs it because we don't have a lot of good technical players. So I would play Xerxes more than Hoyland right now, anyway, in my opinion. On the right hand side, right 10, know what Menu can do, and I think he has a good relationship with Ahmad. So just play Ahmad right wing back. He's our best right wing back. His best performances have come from right wing back. I thought he would work as a 10, but I don't think we're good enough to play him as a 10. So right now, I would play him right wing back. Left wing back, just keep it simple for the kid, Dogu. Just tell him, run them down. I just want to see you constantly running them down. Watch that line, break that line constantly. That's what I want to see. On the left 10 is where it gets tricky because I don't want to play Bruno there. I don't know who. Garnacho wants to play wide, and I think he makes us unbalanced because he's going to want to drift wide. So that's where the issue is. Because if you're playing Dogo to stretch play, Garnacho now can't be stretching play as well. You want someone that's going to come on the inside. So who do you play there?
Yeah, facts. A couple of super chats here. Guys, if you can like the video, that would be amazing. 1.1K in the building, only 344 likes. So right now, guys, if you're seeing that button right now in front of you and it hasn't been liked, hit the like button, people. Amarin out says Zoateng, he's clueless. And Zoateng TV said, never wanted Amarin. Our striker and manager is in Marseille. Wow. I get what you mean, man. Greenwood and De Zerbi. But you know what it is, though, man. I generally, I'm. You know what it is? I'm worried about. And listen, fair play to Garnacho today for coming on and making an impact. But again, I'm like, that's without structure. So without structure, it's not going to help him in the long run. It's like allowing a.
It's the McTominay thing. It's the McTominay thing.
Basically.
Shadow striker.
Yeah, basically. It's not going to help us in the long run because at the end of the day, Crystal Palace showed us that, yo, listen, you know, I mean, we will score 2. We were lucky because Leicester just sat back and just said, you know what, you man have it. My thing is, Tottenham, yeah, as much as we are bad and they are bad, they have better players, guys. They have better players.
They have better problem solvers.
Yes.
That's what they're gonna figure it out. They're
gonna figure it out, bro. And I don't think this manager's figuring it out.
Don't get twisted. We're losing our next 2 games. We're losing to Tottenham, definitely. Don't get twisted. We're losing.
That is mad, man. You know what? My thing is that I'm fully behind the manager, but is he making his own mistakes? Like, I don't know what he's trying to do, man.
I think he came in and he doesn't rate any of this man at all.
He can play his system. He can play this same formation, no problem. He just needs to simplify it a little bit. He needs to simplify the instructions a little bit. He's given them. I feel like he's given them too much things,
too much instructions
to worry about and process. You know, and it's over frying some of these fragile players. I'll be deadly honest. Yeah, he needs to simplify the game. Play the simple passes, 1-2 passes. Stick to your position. When you find the space, make the pass forward. That's it. Trust your gut. Trust your colleague. Don't hesitate yourself and don't try. Today he's saying sometimes maybe left, sometimes maybe right about Wisecout and that about Dogu. Yeah, you need sometimes on the right side to play certain passes.
Man said Wisecout manager, you know.
Bro, relax, man. The guy is.
Now, why would you say that as well, though, man? Is that a big thing, guys? For him to say that?
All clubs use it. It's not.
Yeah, Wisecout is a national. It's an international, worldwide renowned.
Everybody uses it. It's not.
It's stupid to say, though, man. And that's another thing. You said Faz, yeah. He says a lot of things that he shouldn't really say. You know, and that one there, I don't want him saying them. Like, keep that to yourself, bro, man. You know, certain things you keep to yourself, man. Hey,
Amrim talks. He just talks too much. He just talks too much. Talks too much press conferences. Okay, that doesn't mean you don't have to be honest and truthful and so forth. But get it clear that none of these journalists are your friends. They might smile and laugh at you and all that at the beginning. They're gonna pin you down. They're chill with that one.
They're
gonna nail you basically. They don't care.
No. Big up to Young Wizard says Amarin in, give him wing backs, Gyökeres and a decent number 10, and we'll cook.
Forget Gyökeres, man. Forget Gyökeres, man.
Brother, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. We need something, bro.
This is where I get worried because
forget about Gyökeres, man.
Ineos will. I said this before. Ineos will sack him to save face. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Because
they will.
It looks like they were like, oh yeah, we love Amorim. We're going to back him. We're going to do all these things. I tell you, it's so much easier. And listen, the minute the fan base starts calling for it, like they're calling for it now.
Yeah, they're calling for it now. Yeah, they'll just make it happen. You're right.
It makes his Ineos' job so much easier because they're like, how can we get the fan base back on side? You know what we're going to do? We're going to sack him. And before, people are going to be upset. Oh yeah, Ineos don't know what they're doing. Then they'll get a manager that everybody on Twitter is calling for or whatever.
Like who though? There's not. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
They'll go get Iriola or something like that because he's the new hot name.
Amarim is good, but like I said, the fear was when you skip, and it seems from what he said that he didn't really want to buy players in January. I don't know. I got that feeling from what he was saying. Like it was like his choice and that. But like I said, you're skipping.
It was his choice to get rid of the players, and that was something that me and Rance were debating, you know. And I said, nah, it can't be, man. But it was his choice to get rid of them players, you know. And I'm sorry if you're getting rid of them players, and then we don't, and you know we're not going to bring anyone in.
Yeah, that's
where I have to question.
Leave yourself very short.
I don't rate Anthony, but I'm just saying.
I don't. I think you guys have been very harsh on Ruben. Very, very harsh.
I'm not saying. No, but it's not. I'm not saying it's harsh. I'm saying if you say you're getting rid of these players here, and we're not bringing anyone in here, don't get me wrong. It's still on Ineos to provide. No, hold on. Let me finish it. I'm saying it's still on Ineos to provide him a player, but we should have really kept one of them. One of them at least. Keep one of them.
So
we haven't got no option.
This is where I'd say we got rid of Anthony to get Dogu. That's fine, right?
Is it though?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so, man. I don't think that's how it works. We're always going to get left wing back though. We're always going to get Dogu, regardless.
I'm going based off what the reports have been, right? With the finances and everything.
Fair enough.
They say money is tight. Money is very tight. We should save the money for the summer because then we can go get someone we really want. It looks like the option was to get a left hand. At least they're targeting the right areas that we need. The problem now is like, who do you realistically get? Because I didn't really think Tel suited our system.
No.
It makes the most sense.
You don't have to, especially with the money. 10 million euros.
I'm cool with them saying we're going to be disciplined in the transfer window. Cool. But when the summer comes, I don't want to hear excuses.
But
I don't want to hear nothing.
This is the thing, Brian. In the summer, that means, like I said, we have to get every player he wants. Because you've missed a transfer window, that means in the summer, he has to get all the targets that he wants. Let's just say top 2, because you probably have 3 or 4 players shortlisted in the area that you want. But the number 1 or 2 targets have to be bought. For this system, this style to work, that's the only thing. And we're not going to go in the summer, skip the summer and then say, oh, let's go in January. Oh, it's hard to get a player in January. Let's wait until another summer. Hey, that's where it's going to get very technical.
And we need to get them early. Because preseason, we need to get them early in for preseason. We need to get them oh Jesus!
Before you go, Faz, Gareth says, "Can we not overcomplicate this? He's playing 5 at the back and a striker who can't hold up the ball. This is destined to fail if he keeps it up." And Zidane said, even if Zidane, Klopp, even Pep, nothing changes.
So what I'm going to say,
that's deep.
is again, we're not being emotionally mature, and it's funny coming from me because I'm the most, emotionally unstable out of probably everyone. But we sat here week in, week out. We said, get some of these players out. I don't care how. I don't give a damn. I don't even, play the kids, promote the kids, get everybody out. I don't want to see them ever again for Man United. And now we're sat here and saying, oh, but if we weren't getting any player, we should have kept one of them. No, we shouldn't have.
Are they out though? Rashford's coming back. Like, are they not coming back?
I think he's done. I think Rashford is done permanently.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
You don't know, but he might. If this manager goes, he might be back.
The fact that we found a club for Anthony and for Marcus Rashford is massive. It is to pay the wages as well. It is massive.
But it's still on loan for now.
Doesn't matter. It is a start. It is a start. You are clearing the furniture so you can order new things from IKEA, bro. It is a start. You're trying to hoard and hoard and hoard. You still got old furniture, broken furniture. You need to move.
I hear you.
Bro, we still got Luke Shaw is on hundreds and hundreds. Luke Shaw's made over 30 million pounds, for having breakfast, dinner, and lunch. That's it. And no pun intended.
Right? That's true.
Literally 30 million pounds plus.
I don't want to talk about that.
People hated Martial, but Luke Shaw's more of a fraud.
Can I just say fuck Luke Shaw, man? That guy's pissing me off. Like,
and then people are saying, go and get this, go and get that, go and get this. We will get players because we got Dogu, a player that hopefully comes well, a position that we definitely needed. So that's one.
It's a lot of confidence there, man. Baz. You know what's going on?
Sorry?
I said there's a lot of confidence there, man. I don't really have that confidence without Europa League. Without having. I told you about the cash. United will not have 50 million.
No, Saeed, without Champions football. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I do not care.
There's no money. Where's the money?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear excuses.
Bro,
if the summer comes and we do not sign players,
I'm with you.
done with
Where's
this
the
club.
money?
Yeah,
Where's the
but
I
money?
don't care
no,
if they.
but
I don't
why
care.
are you doing
No,
this
but you
to
have to be
yourself?
realistic, guys. You have to be
Fucking do
realistic.
it.
There's no money.
What
Why
are
are
you
you doing
fucking
this to
doing?
yourself? I don't
Bro.
understand. Do you
Listen.
no? But what are you doing? We spent the most money ever in history whilst being in Europa League, bro. Stop this malarkey about we won't spend money.
Keyword,
We will.
Europa League.
We will spend money. We will. It's written. We will.
Yeah, we will,
Because
but
by
just how
default,
much?
Eriksen is
But
going.
how much though?
Saeed,
Lindelof.
this is
Forget
not
all
what
of
I'm
that.
saying.
How much? Forget. We'll come to that when we come to it. In 6 months' time, by the time it's summer, there will be bare man that will popping out of nowhere that will say, "Okay, how much is he? How much is he? Oh, this guy. We're linked with him. We're linked with that." We go through this every window. Nobody here knew Gyökeres until Ruben Amorim. Now Gyökeres is my days. Let's bring him in. Every Premier League club wants him. Relax, man.
Nah, he was playing at Coventry. He was
He was
balling
in
out.
Coventry. Yeah.
Bro, but
No,
no
what I'm
Man
trying to
United,
say is
no
there's
Man
no
United fan wanted him
guarantees.
then.
Man
No,
Yeah,
United
I know.
target.
I don't think. Yeah, I agree.
Listen,
So let's
I'm
take
not
time
saying.
with it.
I just want you to also make sure you manage your expectations there.
But Saeed,
Because I generally think for me, without Europa League football, it's going to be a very sticky summer. A, attracting players. B, getting them to the club without European, bro.
Nah, oi, Saeed, we've done it before. We can do it again, man. You know we can attract players.
Listen.
Guys,
Guys,
you know you can.
I know, but not to this level, bro. This is new.
But that's what I think. This is why our last stream, this is why I feel like the profile of players that United are going for, they can attract those players. I don't think United are going to go for like the top players that they, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like the players they'll go for. Like, for example, if you mention Gyökeres as a top summer signing striker, they can attract Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. The players that United are going for, it's not players that won't want to play for Manchester United. That we're not going to go for like.
There's no excuse, Saeed, to get a striker that is better than what we have right now.
Massively. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't disagree with that.
There's at least 4 names I can list right now that we can get that is better than what we have.
Name them.
Okay. Boniface is better than what we have. Easy. Osimhen is better than what we have. Gyökeres is better than what we have as well. Buildup is better than what we have. So this is not. There's no excuse. We're going to sign a striker for the left hand. We need a left hand, guys. We need 2 10s really. So we need to go get Cunha. He has a release clause. This is why I'm like Ineos.
60-odd million,
The minute the transfer window opens, you need to pay that release clause. Then pay it. Go get the guy. I don't want to hear excuses.
Oh my god!
No, that's what I'm like. Listen, this is the reality.
I hear you.
What we need.
How much is the release clause?
They say 62 million.
62 million.
Bro, that's enough, bro. Pay it, man. For his age.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, listen.
This is what I'm saying. How much do we pay for Hoyland, fam? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, 72.
And
That's
he's a game
now
changer,
300 million in debt in terms of.
You will probably get one big name player, and the rest are gonna be these Toyota Yaris and Honda Civics and all of them.
Faz, all we need is 2 big name players in our attack, and we can be okay for next season. You can go shop wherever you want to shop for the rest of the squad. I do not care. But we need a better attack for the love of God. I'm tired of seeing what we're seeing right now. Like it is making me bolder than I'm already am, and I'm not really actually bald. This is crazy.
I'm happy with us going into summer because I know Lindelof, Eriksen, Casemiro, Luke Shaw, these players, Anthony, Marcus Rashford, these players will be parted ways with one way or another. Summer, more teams are able to pay for the likes of Anthony and Rashford and all of these guys. There'll be more options available for them.
You don't have confidence in Ineos, man.
No, it's not confidence.
I don't have confidence in Ineos.
I have the same energy.
Keep the same energy, fam. Keep the same energy. Just all
I'm
saying.
I will. Listen, I'm more. I need to see it to believe it. That's what I'm for me. I'm not buying this. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna do this. No, it might not.
And it's gonna affect our preseason. We might start the season slowly again, and I don't want to see that. And with the league pundit, know your targets, get them. If you know you can't get them in the first 2 weeks or whatever, then you go for your second options. Give the manager his set of players for preseason. You've got how many weeks? Work on it. It's not international football, and then go into season with momentum or some like energy or some inspiration. We can't just drip and drab.
Dilly, man.
Game or something.
So imagine. I'm just saying because you need the fan base to get excited too. because Old Trafford right now is like a freaking cemetery. It's a cemetery. You want the fan base going into precinct. Imagine day one, they tell you, boom, we play the release clause for Konya. Are you telling me fan base won't be excited? While giving him the number 7 shirt, fuck off Mount. Are you telling me we won't be excited?
I forgot about Mason Mount. He's also the money that's going in his bank account, bro. That guy needs to. That's a fraud, bro. All the money that's going in.
Yeah, you don't have enough space to be accommodating anybody above, 60, 70 grand a week, let alone sign players. You don't even have space to accommodate that. So you need to, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to part ways with these 100 grand odd players. How much is Ericsson on? How much is Lindelof on? These men are on 100 plus, 100 plus. How much is Cassie's on 4 months' wages? He played 30 seconds today. He played 30 seconds today.
He was not happy at all. That video.
That's horrible, though, man. Casemiro.
That's violation.
Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip, bro? He didn't.
That will affect the dressing room. That will affect the dressing room.
Yeah, guys, but you can't do that to Casemiro. That's a big player.
That's a violation, bro.
That's a viol. Senior player.
That's a viol, bro. You can't do that.
I'm sorry.
Even Amorim, you can't be doing that, bro. You don't play him, and then you put him in number 4.
Should have just got Collier, man. Should have got Collier and said, "Yo, Collier, come on." It's almost like he's doing it. And fair play to Casemiro because he's an ultimate professional. Yeah, like he's a very, very much a player that wants to for the team. You see him celebrating all the time with the players. You see him always, like he's much like a team player. But that was a bit nasty.
I don't understand why we're not using him at all. Today was the FA Cup.
Oh my god, man! I swear down, bro. Can Casemiro do any worse than these lot?
You know what it is? I knew this before Amorim signed. He's very particular. He likes what he likes, and if he doesn't have it, he's not going to use it. There's nothing you're going to do that's going to change it. He's not the kind of manager that kind of bends and tries to get he's not that kind of manager. And that's kind of why I wanted him, because I knew he was going to get rid of players I didn't like.
Yeah, but you need to get results because you're going to lose the dressing room as well.
So this is where my focus is now on Ineos. It's like, so you got this guy, he's very particular. He knows he wants what he wants, and he's not going to use what he doesn't like. If you then sack him, you're not only on fraud watch. You are on the biggest fraud list ever, FBI watch list. You guys are in trouble because you knew this guy. You took him mid-season. From Sporting Leeds, he was chilling, undefeated in League and Champions League. You took him out of that environment, brought him to Manchester United, and if you sack him now, listen, we're eating the shit. Join us in the shit and eat it with us, and go and get the players that he needs. I'm all for criticizing Amorim right now because he did some stupid shit today. Let's just be honest. He did some stupid shit. But the summer is where Ineos need to stand big. I'm tired. We've lost so much quality in our team. I've seen Pogba leave. I've seen Martial decline. I've seen so many players leave. Greenwood left upon his stupidity. So we've lost all this talent. And what do we replace it with? Shit. So this is why I'm like, I can criticize Amorim, but I'm telling you for a fact, our team is no better than top 10 in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And look at teams that stay in that region. They are usually shit a lot. So we need quality, man. That's the reality. We need quality. Whether you want to sack Amorim or not, we need quality.
But the thing is, though, I 100%, and that's why I've been disagreeing with a lot of people. But I think the approach here also is a big thing, man. You come into Old Trafford here, and we're playing like that every game. Is that going to put confidence in the players? Is that what we should be doing? Because listen, I think these players, a lot of them should be sold and whatever. But come on, bro. Against Leicester, Crystal Palace, we look like average. We look worse than them. They're not worse than us, are they? Let's be honest. Are they worse than us, yes or no? Are they group of players?
Yeah, they're worse than us.
So if they're worse than us here, why are they playing better than us? Why?
See, when a group of players, because I do think Manchester United fans tend to overrate what we have, when you then have a misfunction, this squad wasn't built. Let's get that right. Ten Hag built a Dutch league team, right? That's what we have. That's the quality of our team. So you need to temper that expectation to a certain point.
Yeah.
Or when you see the manager making mistakes that are basic stuff, then you can criticize that. But don't overrate our team. We don't have a 20 league season striker. We don't have a midfielder that has a passing range of Paul Pogba. We don't have a defender that is so good in defending channels like Van Dijk and Konate. We don't have those guys. So we need to play a certain type of way to get results. And that's usually on the counter attack. Like you see what we're doing in Garnacho, where we go kind of direct and we go long and stuff. We can't play football. We don't have the players to do that.
Transition.
So we need to play in transition a lot. We need to generate artificial transitions. We need to do all this kind of stuff. The problem is when you play that way, you're accepting your shit and you don't want to change. They hired Amorim, and this is what I'm saying with Ineos. We've hired Amorim to say, we know our shit, we're going to try and change being shit. But it's going to be painful because in 10 years since Alex Ferguson, we have played underdog football. We did the Pro Max with Mourinho, and ever since then, we did it with Ole. Then Hag came in and saw the shit and was like, fuck me, I'm not even going to try changing this shit. I'm going to play transition football as well. And so what ends up happening, you continue going that way. Transition football. Amorim wants to now play possession-based system and keep the ball. Mistakes aside, that's what he wants to do. That's what Ineos said they want to do. So for me, back your man. That's what you want to do it. I'm fully on board with that. The issue with that is we don't have the quality. We don't have the quality. So either you want to go back to transition, but trust me, most of the managers that these people keep throwing the names out are playing transition football with lesser teams, and they're excited about it. Nottingham Forest, what you're seeing is transition football. You go to Bournemouth, what you're seeing is quick-based transition football. Wolves. When you're playing with Manchester United and you're keeping possession of the ball and teams are sitting back, it's a different ball game. So fans need to get into their head. It's not a simple thing of, we'll sack Amorim and then we'll play better football.
No, I don't think everybody's saying that. I just think for now, we're in some sort of like we need to see things as well. Like you can't just fully like back the man blindly. And I may be guilty of that sometimes because I just want to make sure that people don't have like manager out. Like I want us to kind of
we're trying to change. We're trying to change our ethos as a club.
I know.
Very painful. It's very painful, Saeed. I've been saying this for a long time.
Sometimes it shouldn't be painful. Like sometimes you shouldn't just do the necessary harm.
The only way that it's not painful is if you're Manchester City and you go and spend 400, 500 million and getting players quick like that. But are we doing that? Are you seeing that kind of energy from Ineos? No. You either as a club embrace what you are right now, what we are is a transition-based team. And we don't have the quality.
Can I say there were certain moments in the game that was really good to see, right? For example,
which ones?
Today, that
big up Scrooge, by the way. Everyone hit the like button, man.
The pass that landed to Dogu. Dalot made a fantastic pass to Dogu, who misread it at first. Come back on camera, man.
Couldn't believe it.
That pass was absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best passes of the game. Dogu misjudged it, but then with his speed got it back. And then just in that little moment alone, that should be a clear-cut opportunity to score a goal. Clear-cut. People won't want to say it. People won't want to call it because either one, they have an agenda, or two, they're fickle. But any other team, because we're in a 3v2 situation at that point, Ahmad, Højlund, and Dogu. And there's two Leicester defenders. That moment there and there, the ball should somehow end up at going towards the goal, right? It's this billions of acres of space. But that moment shows me that this team is looking to progress the ball forward in a way where we end up in cutback scenarios, because that's exactly what the manager did on the other side when he brought on Garnacho. He's trying. There's moments that are happening. Now, the problem is on the left-hand side, you don't get the same pass and the same scenario when Dalot's on the left wing back. You don't get it. But today you got it because Dogu was on the right-hand side instead of, Mazarawi or whatever.
Yeah.
These little things I'm picking up on, and I'm thinking slowly but surely it will come. I think if he just decided to put Dalot on the right-hand side instead of Dogu, maybe in that moment, if the roles were reversed, Dalot would have been a right-footed player and he would have played the ball, a bit better. Dogu did try and play the ball and it got blocked away. It wasn't a good enough ball, in my opinion, and he should have tried to, beat the man because he had more than enough space. But in that clip alone, you see Ahmad's position. Then notice Højlund's run. I wish I could bring it up, but I can't because of copyright. But please, everybody, if you can, go and look at Højlund's run, A striker coming in from behind is supposed to either go on the outside and then come back in, time the run to come back in to meet the ball, or go on the inside, right? So you can fake and go on the inside and then meet the ball. So if the ball is coming in, you meet the ball and the ball goes back post, far post, or if you come in on the outside, you meet the ball goes near post, right? I don't know. Højlund is, I said it before and I'll say it again. He has separation anxiety. He likes, he has separation anxiety. He's so tight to the center back all the way through, instead of creating a bit of separation and then finding himself somewhere. Because if he did find a space and the ball didn't come in, he could say, oh my God, I didn't get the ball. I was in space. I didn't get the ball. Find me, find me. Strikers, sometimes what they do, they'll run with the center back, they'll run, and then all of a sudden they'll stop and the center back keeps going.
Stop.
Very common sense way of getting separation. Højlund, he's like, oh my God, my centre back, come here. And he just keeps running with him every single game. And this is my biggest problem with the striker. This is why I want a better 10 and a better striker, because better strikers, it's not that they have amazing finishing or whatever. They just think, know when to create that little space for themselves.
But I also think we also look at strikers as the all MB. Like I think there's so many issues before we get to a striker, guys. And I know we have to put the ball back in the net, but how about creating chances? Like today, if I look at the chances, okay, second half we got a little bit better, but still not enough here. But we don't create chances like
Well, Saeed, you know what it is?
Listen, like Havertz a great footballer. Is Havertz a player that you guys would want in your team? But look at the amount of chances he gets.
I get that, but that's Arsenal's project, and I don't even know if that's going to be.
No, I'm just saying, though, innit? I'm just giving example.
I get what you're saying, but
create chances.
We sometimes your club has a certain ethos, right? Manchester United is known for having great strikers, right? Fans want to see a player that's going to lead the team. That's why we as fans, even though Ibrahimovic was missing a lot of chances, we love Ibra, right? There's no leadership from Højlund because he's a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not dictating, hey, put the ball here. Hey, he's not saying anything. He's a kid. Doesn't know what he's doing. So for me, we need to go.
The team are practicing as well to help him. This is another thing as well. I all the blame to him because whatever, he doesn't do this that well. But how come other teams find their strikers without knowing, without looking? They just know where they are. But we can't find anyone. Why can't we not find anyone? This is my biggest problem with Man United. We cannot find any of the forwards. Even if it's Xerxes, we cannot find them in the box. The ball is always either short or too ahead or too high or too far. We don't know where the strikers are.
First. I just want to address something very quick. Yeah, being 22, 21, 23 is young for a striker. I don't care what you're going to tell me. In the world of football, it's young for a striker. Go back in the history and look at all our strikers' age, the ones that were very good for us. I can guarantee you, if any, were the age of Højlund that we brought him in. We brought him in at 20 years old. So we need to go and look at all the top teams. Bayern, how old is Harry Kane? How old is Lewandowski? What are we talking about? Haaland is a freak. And I feel like Haaland has changed the perception of.
But young or not, though, shout out to Nedu. He's still useless, though, man.
Yeah, but again, this. I don't like this thing where, he's useless. I get it, but why is he useless? Why is he useless? What is the problem? Why is he struggling?
But the question we need to answer is, whether he can take on tactical instructions to get in the right position, like Sterling did for Man City, where that was Pep said, be at the back post or be on the penalty spot because we're going to cut it back. You need to be there. You can tap it in. Same with Gundogan, when he used to score like 12 goals a season, edge of the box, penalty area.
The smart players, though. You need intelligent players to do that.
Or is it instinct? So we need to know where it's tactical or instinct. I think his natural instincts are low. So then he needs to be told where to be in different scenarios.
Yeah, but
that's a problem.
I get what you're saying, but we don't have enough quality, bro. Because when you, for example, if you're to rely on Garnacho crossing the ball for you, we don't know where he's going to cross. Is he going to cut it back? Is he going to play across the near post? Is he going to go straight to your head? Is he going to play in the air? Is he going to play on the floor? Is he going to try and dribble? Is he going to play inside and shoot? We don't know. The wingers, they don't even have like a set way of playing. Like, for example, when you see even Man City, at the point where they were at their peak with De Bruyne. Leroy Sané knew that De Bruyne play the ball around the defender or Sterling, make the run at the back post. The ball will arrive. That's all you need to do. We can't say that with our players because one time Garnacho, as you saw, he will cross it near post. One time he will cross it to the back post. Then he'll cut it back. And then, stupidly, he will shoot when 2 players are free. He will shoot. He will shoot at the near post. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how do we know? How can as a striker? Sometimes I try and put myself in a striker's position. I'm like, as a striker, I can't play with a winger like Garnacho because I don't know what he's going to do. So
that's a fair.
It happened. Even when Cavani was at United, it happened a few times. I remember even when he played Tottenham, Greenwood cut inside and shot. Cavani went up to him and said, "Listen, first time cross the ball in. Next time, Bruno, he played it. Greenwood first time cross, Cavani header, scored. It was in lockdown. He told him get the ball in first time because Cavani, bro, I don't know, man.
You need to know your players in it. Remember we had Wayne Rooney, right? We had Nani left wing, we had Valencia right wing. Everyone knows Valencia shifts it to the right, hits it across the box. Rooney got 12 easy goals that season or whatever, just from Valencia alone. Whereas Nani, you know he's going to cut in. So do I link up play with him? Do I drop in and play combination play? Or do I go to the far post because he might play outside ball? So you need to know your winger. So Coop Baller made a great point there. We don't have that connection. We just don't. There's hardly a position or a double or a pivot or a wide channel where there's any chemistry.
There's no relationship.
There's no exactly. And I thought that was going to come from Dogu and Ahmad, but it didn't happen because they two again want to play the same position.
But Saeed, this is the problem when a football club loses his identity and goes into whatever works.
Yeah,
we lost our identity with Sir Alex, and years gone by, we're just doing whatever. Woodward and them, we're just throwing whatever on the wall to see what sticks, and whatever. We'll go sign this guy. There's no relationship. There's nothing. So even in the later years of Sir Alex Ferguson, he didn't always have the best quality, but he had good relationships. Like you guys have mentioned, that Valencia Rooney relationships in 2010 and whatnot was fantastic. Rooney Van Persie later when we won the Premier League in Sir Alex Ferguson's last season, things like that, right? So at the end of the day, we as a fan base, I don't think we're all going to agree on things. That's fine. People can disagree with me. That's fine. But if we're going to go with this manager, we need to understand why something is not working and not just crash everything on the manager. You guys might not know. Like I, for example, was saying, let Ahmad play 10, right? I was saying, let him play 10. But that's not working, really. So I was wrong. Ahmad is better right wing back. You know what I'm saying? So you, I was thinking, Manu would be better left 10, but he's actually better right 10 because he has a relationship with Ahmad.
Yeah.
So these are the things that the manager needs to figure out and stick to it, because things you might be suggesting might not work. But at the end of the day, for me, after criticizing the manager, we need a good summer, Saeed. We cannot have
a big summer. No, but then again, you got to survive until the summer, guys, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter whether we fire Amorim right now and get a manager that scraps us 5 more wins. We still need a big summer. That's just the reality.
Yeah, that's nonetheless. Yeah,
it's just the reality.
Do we see this manager changing it? Like in terms of will we actually see good football to the end of the season? No. Guys.
No, I don't know why you're expecting that. We're in preseason right now. What's wrong with
Faz? That's crazy, bro.
No, what he is.
Come on, Faz. Well, there's demands and expectations.
You're messing with my emotions every day. You're the one that I'm going to put you in a headlock. You told me 11 points out of 42. And now you're telling me, are we going to see good football? You told me, let's get a win and go home.
Bro.
Now
Listen. You know what it is? Yeah, I told you. United's like a horror movie. Yeah? You think you're going to handle it every time you go to a horror movie. But when you get there, you shit your pants. That's what it feels like. So what happens is, I come to the ground and I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah.
But bro, when I see it...
What was the tweet before the game? Here we go again.
But so I know what I'm expecting. But when I watch it, I get angry and I get pissed off. And I also just I'm in despair. I'm like, yo, this is the great Man United, but it's not anymore. It's literally a bunch of we're amateurs. We look like a Sunday League team, bro. And maybe that's the spec for Sunday League. Because, bro, like we look painfully average, bro. Like it's bad. And that's why I'm saying, Faz, are we gonna see some good football? Because, bro, I'm not saying results here, but I need to see. He said idea. The manager talked about idea. If we're not gonna get results, we're gonna see idea. I'm sorry, I've not seen that idea into its totality.
You're not going to see it to its totality. Number one, you've seen you've seen a little bit, not enough.
I've seen glimpses.
Yeah. So the question I need to ask, this is where when you have that, you get scared, right? You're like, why was so shit, and you get shocked again. The question you need to ask yourself is, when was the last time I saw Manchester United play good football?
Yeah.
But we can't like Amrim's our new manager, right? So we need to judge Amrim on Amrim, not based on previous managers.
I get what you're saying, but this is the thing. It comes from the beginning, right? It starts. I always need to remind myself, it's like this team has not been built properly. So I need to weigh my expectations correctly. Yeah, because if I judge Amorim just
this
based
is
on
our expectations, man.
No, I get what you're saying, but if I judge Amorim just like, oh, what shit, then I'd sack every manager after 5 games. That's just the reality.
I'm with Saeed. I don't mind if we might underperform or we lose a game or and so forth. I don't even expect us to play a good 45 or a good hour of football. I expect you to see more of those glimpses for a bit more during the game, bit more sustained periods and a bit more chemistry. That's it. And obviously we're gonna get bad results, but the problem is we're not bad with 1 A, B, A, D. We are bad with like 10 A's in between. We're like, it's really bad. If we lose to Tottenham, then what? Right now we're playing with fire. We are playing with fire. We're looking at the system, we're looking at the manager, we're looking at the owners. We're Manchester United, we cannot continue to lose games repetitively. We can't. I mean, David Moyes, what if he does a job on us? Then what?
But this is where you get you have to have some backbone as a football club, because we need to be sure. It's not us that's going to make the decision, it's Ineos, right? For me, if Ineos come out and say they're not sure, then I'd be worried. That's where I'm scared. That's why I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm emotional. I'm a fan. I have a right to be emotional. But you guys are being paid to get this right. I can be emotional. I can get things wrong. I love Amorim. I think he's a good coach. I think even if he leaves Man United, he'll go somewhere else and he'll be good, right?
I think so, yeah.
The issue is do we want to go through this? Because from what I'm hearing, fans don't want to go through this shit. You guys don't want to go through this pain. And my worry is that Ineos are going to look at that, because we have an emotional fan base. And when we get another bad loss, they're going to sack him, guys. That's where I'm worried.
But you reckon is it out of your control? Then is it really out of the fans' control? Like, I don't know.
Because we saw this with Ten Hag. Fans wrote letters and they changed their mind. They bottled it. They've already shown.
And I'm talking about. I feel like this is unprecedented times where we have a manager that we like, but the results ain't showing, the performances ain't showing, and if he was to get sacked, we actually can't do anything about it. It's a bit of a weird one, this one, guys.
No.
With the other one,
we can't do anything about it. It's not about the fan base. It's about Ineos. It's about Ineos knowing what they need to have the backbone.
But at the same time, Amorim bought himself a lot of time, because when he came in, he told us the truth. Like Faz is saying, he's saying the truth right now. He came in and he said, "Yo, it's gonna hurt," but I don't think the fans knew how much it was. Yeah. And I think that's where the pain is coming from, because it's like they didn't expect. He came in and said, "Guys, it's gonna be bad."
He should have said torture. He should have said torture.
He should have said something like. But I think that's what is now. Now we're facing the hurt, and when you're facing the hurt, you know what I mean. You're going through heartbreak. It's more painful when you're going through the heartbreak. You see what I'm saying? That if someone tells you, "You're going to go through heartbreak," but once you're going through heartbreak, you really feel the pain. Do you see what I'm saying? And what's happening to United is exposing. Like what's happening now is exposing how terrible things were. And how terrible things are, and how terrible some of these players actually are, at Manchester United. That is,
But is it exposing his tactical side of it as well? Is it exposing him as a tactician?
But you see, this is where I say he's bought himself some time, and that's why we've been able to criticize him, because now he said it's going to be bad already. The tactical side, that where he does make errors, it's hard now to trace whether it's the players, whether it's the system, whether it's the manager. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of giving him. It's smart. It's bought himself time until he actually gets his players in. You see what I'm saying? Because that's when now there's no leeway. So it's like he's bought himself a lot of time. Because now it's difficult to say, is Amorim bad? Is it because he doesn't understand the Premier League? Is it because he doesn't understand his players? Is it because the system doesn't work? The way he wants to play, it doesn't work in the Premier League? Because he's never been in the Premier League before. So it might not be something that actually really works. Like, who knows?
I'm not upset with Amorim, to be fair. He's done a lot of things that we wanted him to do, and we're just asking for more, and he's falling short in some areas, naturally so. We wanted players gone, a disciplinary way. He's done that, no problem. He's handled the media at the start of his career in Man United very well. People actually enjoyed his press conferences, funnily enough. That done really well. Another one, people wanted to see Bruno deeper in the pitch. You're getting to see that now. You're getting to see Kobe Mino in the 10. Everybody begged for it. You're getting to see it. Do you know what I'm saying? Bit by bit, you're seeing things that you wanted to see. He's got a fullback, wing back now. Hopefully, he can start playing him in the correct position in the next 5 or 6 games, whenever he decides to. But surely, he's doing the small things. He's not lying to us in press conferences. He's not throwing shade or whatever at us. He's not flaunting and exaggerating what he's achieved previously and what he might achieve and all of these things. So the fact is, the entire fan base is burnt and heartbroken from Erik ten Hag, and right now you want a quick bounce. That's all it is. You want a quick bounce, and you're not getting your quick bounce. It's a healing process, and it's hurting. That's all it is. It's hurting, and it's natural.
Just that.
I'm more than happy with coming 13th, bro. More than happy with coming 13th or 14th. Hopefully we can go. Hopefully, my main priority is win the Europa League. Win the Europa League or FA Cup, either or. Just win one of them.
Just to add to what Fad says, right? For all the criticism, I have to say he has balls, because he's still persistent.
But he's not afraid of getting sacked, though. I don't think he's afraid of getting sacked, guys.
But listen,
he said it before. I will not let this job change me. He said, "I will not let this job change."
That's fine. Do you know why I say that? That's fine, because stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. I'd get worried if I start seeing him trying to play 4-4-2, 4-4-3-3.
Exactly.
Like,
Facts.
What's going on here? This is not why we hired you. You are confused. You have CTE. You're concussed. It's time for you to go.
Yes.
So the issue now is it going to work? For it to work, he needs help. People keep forgetting that. Ineos need to help him out. He needs to help himself out, and the players need to work and contribute and play better. Because some of the things they're doing, the basics they're not doing.
Like Xerxes today.
Like
Cambio was good.
Yeah, some of the passes, some of the basic passes that were misplacing and stuff like, So we can't forget that. We can't just all of a sudden we switch it as a fan base, all the criticisms on the manager. Some of the
No. I just think he's in charge of the ship, innit? So the ship is right now sinking.
You can't, when Ten Hag was playing shit, when Ten Hag was doing poorly, everything became all about Ten Hag, and people forgot the team was still poor. You can't then forget that part of it as you're moving.
But you know what's sad about today? You know what's bad about today? Today was you know why we got away with it today? Because the opposition actually didn't have an answer in the second half. And we can credit Garnacho and Xerxes all we want. And listen, fair play, they came on and changed the game. But ultimately, a better team has shown that they can go the extra gear and not let United get away with it. And we've seen that a lot this season at home. And Southampton, well, look at it. We pressed Ahmad. His kind of intuition of trying to press was the reason why we won that game. And these little games that we win at home, like look, Sandro Martinez, like flick on, like I'm not seeing.
Well, today was VAR, and the manager said that they are unfortunate for the opposition. He's literally said it in the post-match. He said it's unfortunate for the opposition that VAR was.
He's not gaslighting us. He knows he's not doing.
Yeah, he was right. He was right. Fine margins and luck, bro. The Onana saved the ball and he bobbled off another player, bro. Like, let's be honest here. What we doing? So we needed a bit of luck as well. Bro, the ball got cleared off the line. Garnacho's possible goal, got cleared off the bar.
Yeah,
on
but he
the
should have
line.
finished it.
He should have
He
scored
should have
though.
finished it, but it's like I said, it's very, very minuscule, fine margins, and fans are just like, oh my god, I'm not getting what I paid for straight away. No, you're not gonna get it this season. You're not. So just suck it up.
The one thing I'll say is the fan base is emotional, because I remember what happened when Ten Hag won that FA
no,
Cup.
but they also spoiled because
They were-
Eric
they were
Eric
all-
programmed them like this. Eric has programmed them like this by being
I
needy.
won't say we're spoiled, but I think you have to almost understand where the fans' frustration coming from, because they've just come from a mad bad manager, and they're in a bit of what's the word I'm looking for now? They're vulnerable, in it, and we're also at the stage where we've got a manager who's actually good tactically, and we're just not seeing that in a minute. And keyword is minute, but the way it gets bad and bad and bad, you almost have that. It's a natural feeling. I don't think people are forcing to not like the manager. Everyone wants to like the manager. Nobody's saying here.
To be fair, I'm not sure, because
Okay. Maybe there's not. Maybe there's a couple that are.
the three
that are
at the
hammering
back.
out as- yeah.
The three at the back robs a lot of Manchester United fans.
Yeah,
the
but
wrong
you
way.
know what it is. Yeah, you're losing as well. That's the thing, because
Exactly.
It's like Faz said. Yeah, people want a quick fix. People want a manager bounce. So it's the losing that makes them not believe. Because if you remember when Amorim first came in, look how everyone was so excited. Oh my gosh, Amorim, because it's like they're waiting for that bounce. They're waiting for the W's. They've got used to just winning and not necessarily playing the system that the manager wants, but finding a way to win.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Whereas with Amorim, as you can see, because he tells the truth in his press conferences, even when United win and he's not happy with the win, you can see in his reaction, his body language. Because he wants them to win in a certain way. That's why they hired him. He's not just happy to win. Whereas with 10 other managers like, Ollie, we won. It doesn't matter. We got the win. We got, it is what it is. But
I've won 2 trophies. How
much time is he going to get? We're playing Tottenham next. It's a mid-off. And then we're going to play Everton. Are United fans or the board are going to accept another 2 defeats in a row?
We're not going to lose to Everton. We're not going to lose to Everton.
Before.
Faz, man, I swear.
You
don't learn.
This next few months will tell me a lot about Ineos.
Yeah, we're gonna be. No, we're not gonna be this. People are like really taking the current situation and saying, "Oh, we're gonna lose." People thought we're gonna lose to Arsenal.
We just literally.
They thought we're gonna get peppered by. We're gonna get spammed by Liverpool. We're gonna get spammed by City.
They were surprises. They were big games as well. These are for us to be expected to go there and put the game to the opposition like Everton. We shouldn't be one of them where we're fighting for our lives and whatnot. They are where they are in the league table. You know what I'm saying, for a reason, and where we are as well. Cool, but it's a different mentality. It's a different way of approach in that game compared to our game. So let's be honest, man.
Let's see. I just want to see Dogo.
You all were happy. You all were happy when Eric changed his entire philosophy after getting peppered in his first 2 games.
I wasn't happy.
Overall, fans were like, whatever. Same thing. Second season, the same thing. So now this guy said no, he's stubborn because he wants to stick to his plans and what he believes in. So let's stick by it as well. And by no means has anybody seen enough data long enough to see. He's not even been to a cup final, for example. Has he thrown a cup final out the window? Has he had a moment where he's conceded the quickest goal in history of the cup competition? Do you know what I'm saying? We've do you know the records that we got bombarded under Erik ten Hag? Like, do I need to remind you?
But first, it's not about. I guess
yourselves.
Just for the people saying they are not happy with Amorim, it's not really about Erik ten Hag. I think fans are just surprised, and you've mentioned it. They were expecting the manager bounce, and the manager bounce didn't happen, which to them is a shock because they're used to you sack a manager, better manager comes in, they go on a run, they win 8 games out of 10, and whatever the problems then show up then. They're used to that cycle. It didn't happen now, and they're wondering why that didn't happen now. I'm just saying, the players, again, this is why I say go look at the past, because it will inform you. It's easier to see what happened wrong when you're looking backwards. The team that Oli inherited was not that bad. People just forget.
No, it wasn't bad.
Jose He has third season syndrome. Jose Mourinho happens all the time. Third season syndrome. He happens. He collapses, and players turn on him and all that stuff. They stop playing. You fast forward, Ole inherited a team, but the team Ole built was built for his purposes, which is transition-based football to the max.
Facts.
So Eric now comes in. I don't know what the discussion was with Eric Ten Hag because he plays a certain kind of football. He sees that our technical level is not high enough and our physical level is not high enough. The guy gets CTE. Instead of improving at least the physical level of the squad, he makes it worse. He signs Mount. I know people love Martinez, but Martinez is not exactly improving our physical level. And see all the signings he's made. All of them have to go for the most part. 90% of the signings need to go. So we drop this mess at Amorim's feet and tell him, play good football.
No, that is a fair point. It's just I don't know if I don't even mind if we finish 14th, 15th, and then we keep Amorim and have a good summer. But I don't know how long Ineos are going to bite on the gum shield for.
That's why I'm worried. That's why I'm worried.
Yeah. You have to understand that, man.
I have more short-term goals for Amorim. Short-term goal is get your starting 11s a bit better. You know what I'm saying? Tweak it a bit more. Get that right. Get your substitutions a bit right. You know, please figure out a way. Now, Casemiro, you know you've got him for the next few months until summer. Figure a way out to utilize him. He is a player and he has some use. So please use him. We do have injuries. Yeah. We do have games. We do have two competitions that we want to go for. So try and utilize him in some way. These are short-term goals for Amorim, and that is what I'm going to judge him on, not the results and whatever. Because we got the bozo gene in every single player in the squad, bro. Every single player can mess up somehow. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got Lenny Yoro reading bedtime stories about Suleimana. Do you know what I'm saying? For the rest of the season.
Lenny Yoro was good today, though. Fair play to him, man.
Mazraoui, he's had up and down moments. He's already this season. He's had up and down moments, but bro, you know, he's
but people can't get onto him because he's been solid for a large part of the season as well, man.
Yeah, he has to be fair, but he's been poor, man, lately.
But you know what I mean? There you go. You know, up and down. Ugarte started off slow, then picked up form, then now slow again. Bruno, slow again. Now going under the radar. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a Onana was like, yo, okay, he's arrived, and then now he's lagging. Do you know what I'm saying? Buying there, he's arrived, and then now he's not playing in cup competitions. It's a whole lot of hoo-ha. So that's what I need to see the manager get the short-term things right, the little things right first, before we get into winning games and all of this, blah, blah, blah. I didn't expect anything from this season anyways. Do you know what I'm saying? So
we'll see what we see. This is tough because it's a lot of trust you're placing in something you're not sure that's going to work. Do I believe that Amorim is a good coach? Yes. Do I believe that Amorim in Manchester United can get better? Yes, but it comes down to the players, and it's like I know he's going to struggle with issue players. Yeah. Okay, that's the thing. The problem is how bad is he going to get? And is the Ineos going to be able to withstand that frustration for as long as it needs to be withstood? But the problem is, I'm not sure. I just don't know. I just don't know.
He's got to start Xerxes. He's got to play Dorgu at left wing back.
He has to. Yeah.
He has to also.
Ahmad right wing back. And
Ahmad right wing back.
10.
The
left 10 is. I don't know who you put there.
It's probably going to be Garnacho. But again, I don't want to see Bruno in the 6th role. It's a lot, man. I don't know. He doesn't really rate Eriksen. Like today was crying out for Eriksen as well. Like just someone who could get the ball and play the ball forward, man. Like he doesn't rate Eriksen.
He's played well in his cameos and his little games. Like
he's played well, man.
He's also very intelligent too, because Faz has mentioned it as well. Those cutbacks. I can't remember the game, but Eriksen got a number of them because he read those cutbacks quite a lot.
I think it was Tottenham.
Was it Tottenham?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting on under the cutbacks, but his shots were not very good. So again, IQ and his intelligence is really good. I would play him left hand because really we don't have anybody else there. I wouldn't play. Bruno just needs to sit down for a game. I just need to see something. He would never. It's never gonna. It's just not gonna happen,
bro. But actually, today for once, I didn't mind the long diags.
The hero ball. I know.
When fans, for once, I was like, you know what? Go on, Bruno.
When fans get desperate, they start
I give you the permission. to
Like
spam
some-
the ball that way.
I don't think he's gonna use. He's not gonna use Casemiro. Casemiro only really works in
He's done,
in
he's
terms
done,
of
he's
us
done.
having the ball. He
done,
only
he's
works in
Shout out
one.
Temi.
In one system. Like Casemiro, the team has to play a bit deeper, obviously a bit closer as well. You know, United are still a bit more spread out in possession. You can see it even when they're pressing. It leaves too much space for him to track. Let's not act like Eric Ten Hag at the end of last season lost faith in Casemiro, started playing him centre back. He didn't play in the FA Cup final, started using Amrabat in the last few games, Newcastle, all that kind of stuff. So even the previous manager, but this manager has been playing Collier ahead of Casemiro to show you that this is
me.
I don't really trust him in this system. Like I don't want to use Casemiro. So that's the problem. Although we saw him under Rude in a few games. When you play that system, you know, everything's a bit more condensed. You get the best. Casemiro's still one of the best. Like even on the ball, he's really good. But this manager's not going to play that system. He isn't. And that's where Casemiro is just gonna get frozen out until he gets so it looks like it. If he's gonna play Collier ahead of him, then I'm sure that's pretty much his days are like it looks like it's done. That's just how it looks.
Don't know why he didn't move in summer, man. I'm sorry, in January.
I don't know.
Cast 30 mil. You know
No, but the thing is, though, bro, nobody really came in for him. Let's be honest. I know there was rumors here. Nobody came in for him, bro. And he didn't. Listen, he didn't want to force him in because, bro, end of the day, like we were that desperate, and the manager said, you know what, like I'm not gonna play you still, and he thought, you know what, I'd get my way in somehow, some way, but the manager's been stubborn, in that regards, man. So I don't know, man.
Seconds against Leicester, is. I don't think you man are deep at it,
Yeah.
That is mad, What's 30 seconds?
Yeah. But it's disrespectful as well to a Champions League winner, you know what I mean?
30. Have you ever played football and been brought on, for 30 seconds when your team's just scored the winner?
Did you see, mate, when he went off as well, he was shaking his head and he was muttering words. Like he was muttering something like, why me? Why, like he was just saying something. You couldn't pick it out properly. But there's not that much harmony in that squad as well. That's what I mean. It's a very fine line, It's either gonna go really well or it's gonna go.
Yeah,
literally. So I don't know, man. I think for me, just as we kind of wrap things up, man, I feel like this win here doesn't prove anything at all. It doesn't. You don't take anything positive from it. We won. We're through, guys. We're on to the next round. But do not believe that any problem's gonna go away. You don't feel better. Like generally, guys, we are still in the same mess. And that Tottenham game, I'm worried, guys. I am worried because if they have got players that could come back, man. I don't know if Solanke's back or Van der Ven, but they have got players on their day that can hurt us. They have. And Matthias Tell, them man there, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. They can cause because I don't think we're scoring. That's my problem. If we're not scoring and they're at home and they've got the ascendancy, then it's.
I would concede a lot.
Yeah. There you go. So let's see, man. They are shit as us, but you know what they've got? They've scored 20 more goals than us, young wizard. 20 in the Premier League. So they can find the back of the net. That's a lot. That's a lot of goals, man. I'm sure we would love to get 20 goals
between our strikers.
The crazy thing is though, every time. Like Tottenham are good, but every time we play them, I don't fear Tottenham. It's just our own team. I feel like it's our own team that you don't have the trust in. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Because I feel like Tottenham they're not really that hard to beat. But it's like they'll probably score because they do have attackers, but you'll get chances against Tottenham. Like if you do not get chances against Tottenham, you're rubbish. If Leicester City are going there and able to beat them, like bro, and creating chances. And you're you know what I'm saying? Like that your team, and that's I think we realize our team's attack. They're so inconsistent that we don't know what we're gonna get on that day. That's where the problem lies. That we don't know.
Also, we've not beaten Ange's team, since he's been there.
No, Ange has our number. I don't think people actually realized.
Yeah, Ange has our number. I don't know what he
has our
does,
number, bro. We've never.
but he has our number.
We're
You know
gonna
what I
lose
mean?
to Spurs, but we're gonna win against Everton.
Say that again, Wasim.
I'll say, can we not just play on Friday again? So then we have Saturday and Sunday off.
Bro,
enjoy
we have
life,
to
go
play.
gym,
We have to play on
watch
Sunday.
both of the
Sunday,
teams.
4:30.
Oh,
We're the last game. We're the last game, man.
that never goes well. That never goes well. Sunday last game, everybody's watching.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
trust this team. Two ballers spot on. We could go there and get 2-0 solid performance and then lose the following week. We cannot trust this team at all.
Yeah, the last, like I said to you, 11 points is all I think we'll get out of a possible. How much was it, Fuzz?
42.
42, yeah. 11
Fuck yeah.
out of 42.
11.
And then obviously you got the cups in there as well. You know what I mean? I don't know what happens. Europa League as well. Let's see what happens with that one, man. But like it's gonna be a mad end of the season, man. Let's see. I'm just glad this is over with. Everyone forget this game ever happened.
Yeah.
And enjoy your weekend. Bring up Jamaica. Amarin is already concussed. Listen, them famous last words, mate. You don't want to be concussed because after that, we found out that, listen, it doesn't end well. But listen, people, we're gonna end it there. Please hit the like button on the video. 545 likes. We had 1.2k in here. That means at least a good half of you have not liked the video. Doesn't cost you a penny, guys. Hit the like button. It's 1:51 in the morning. For those that are in the UK, that is late, so you should be in bed. But if not, American time, it's probably, what time is it over there, Brian?
It is 8:51, so almost 9 p.m.
Yeah, 9 p.m. 9 p.m., guys. So make sure you hit the like button. We'll do some watch-alongs tomorrow. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid are playing. Chelsea are playing as well. So some good games on tomorrow to kind of cleanse your mind. You know, them ones there. So it is what it is, man. But big up to Brian. Big up to Wasim. Check him out on Twitter. Coopballer on TikTok as well. Make sure you check him out as well there. And make sure you check out Planet Faz. All the links are in the description. Follow their channels. And yeah, man. Listen, people, we are out, man. It's been a bad day. Bad day at the office. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.